For this assignment, I reflected on four virtues that I believe shape who I am becoming as an educator: respect, patience, perseverance, and open mindedness. I believe in these virtues. I believe that these virtues are important to creating an inclusive classroom and helping students develop their own character. The first virtue that I chose is respect, which I connect to the civic domain. My personal motto as an educator is that children deserve the same respect as everyone else, if not more. Children are not less than adults, they are simply at a different stage of development. As a pre K instructional assistant, I have learned that every child wants to feel seen and heard. Listening to students, valuing their ideas, and treating their families with kindness can help create a classroom where everyone feels that they belong. The second virtue that I chose is patience, which I connect to the moral domain. Children are still learning how to communicate, manage their emotions, and interact with each other. Because of this, I believe patience is essential in education. When a child is struggling or having a difficult day, I want to respond with understanding instead of frustration. Colossians 3:12 encourages believers to demonstrate tender mercies, kindness, humility, meekness, long suffering. New King James Version. To me, long suffering represents the patience and compassion I should show my students, and everyone else for that matter. The third virtue is perseverance, which connects to the performance domain. Students learn at different rates and may need extra support or opportunities to try again. Perseverance helps me to continue looking for ways to support my students instead of becoming discouraged when something is difficult, or also make students or also I also want my students to understand that mistakes are a normal part of learning. Harrison et al. 2016 explained that character education can help students develop virtues that support personal growth and flourishing. This reminds me that perseverance is important not only for academic success, but also for becoming a stronger and more confident person. The fourth virtue is open mindedness, which connects to the intellectual domain. In a diverse classroom, I need to be willing to learn from students and families whose experiences may be different from my own, rather than making assumptions about someone's culture, language, or even family background. I can listen and learn from their perspectives. This helps create a classroom where differences are respected and valued, not looked down upon. Of these virtues, I believe respect and patience are especially important in my role as an educator. They connect closely to the Christian concept of imago Dei, which means that every person is created in the image of God. Genesis 1:27 teaches that God created humanity in his own image. New King James Version. Because of this, I believe every child has inherent worth, dignity, and potential. My responsibility is to recognize that value and help nurture the gifts God has given each child. To me, character formation is the ongoing process of developing the values, habits, and behaviors that influences how we treat others, makes decisions, and respond to challenges. Character is not formed simply by telling children to be kind or respectful. It develops through intentional instruction, relationships, practice, and adult modeling. Berkowitz and Beer 2007 emphasizes the importance of intentional approaches to character education and creating opportunities for students to practice these positive character traits. I also believe educators must be willing to look at their own character because students learn from what we model. Clendenin et al. 2017 emphasizes the importance of teachers' moral character and the virtues that they bring into their work. This reminds me that I cannot expect students to demonstrate qualities that I am unwilling to practice myself. I would use three main strategies to foster character formation. First, I would model the virtues I want students to develop. Second, I would incorporate character into everyday activities such as read aloud, centers, classroom jobs, and cooperative play. Third, I would give students opportunities to reflect on these choices by asking questions such as, how did you show your patience? Or how do you feel you helped your friend? These strategies allow character development to happen naturally throughout the school day. As an educator, I also need to continue developing my own character, excuse me, reflection, Through reflection, professional development, scholarly research, feedback from colleagues, the Kenyon Center for Character Education is one resource I can use to continue learning about virtues and character development. Overall, I want my classroom to be a place where children feel safe, respected, valued, and loved. By modeling respect, patience, perseverance, and open mindedness, I hope to help my students grow, not only academically, but also into caring, confident, and respectful individuals. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.